Hi, I'm Krystal Rudyk, marketing leader at iTrax. iTrax specializes in software for qualitative and quant-to-qual research. And today we're going to go through some tech and methodology that can solve for some key pain points in ad testing that you might be familiar with. So, pain points like the complexity of mixed method research, bias in responses. So, retrospective bias, where people are having to rely on their memory, social desirability bias, where they're tempted to answer like the people around them who may have answered before them, capturing subtle emotional nuances, as well as adhering to tight deadlines. So in the next few minutes here, I am going to show you some new tech that you can use to make your ad testing project more efficient, more nuanced, and more insightful. You can figure out not just whether your audience likes your ad or not, but what they liked, where you lost them, and what you need to fix. I'll lead you through an example methodology using a few different features of our iTrax real-time platform, including our new AI-enabled analysis assistant. And these can be used all together, like I'm showing here, or they can be used in different combinations depending on what you need to do. So it's entirely flexible. You don't have to use this methodology, but you can. It's totally up to you how it is that you want to use the tech. First, a little preface. Everything I am showing you here today happens in our synchronous video platform called iTrax Real-Time. Now, I do not have time to go through the features of real-time in detail for this presentation. I want to keep it short. But in short, real-time is made for research. It offers second-to-none engagement for stakeholder observers, and it has an unblemished privacy record. So if you want to dive in deeper, give us a shout anytime. You can go to our website, itrax.com, and hop on live chat, and we will be happy to talk to you. But back to ad testing. So let's talk first about the challenge of connecting quantitative insights to qualitative depth. Ad testing is often a quant to qual kind of situation. So you start with broad surveys, but then numbers alone don't tell the whole story. So you need qualitative exploration to understand why certain patterns emerge. So you might start with a quant survey from a large sample, and then from there recruit a focus group to ask them some more in-depth questions about what they found in the survey. But there are a lot of things that can go wrong here. What if our focus group participants don't reflect the findings from the survey? So they have no idea what we're talking about when we ask them why they may have felt a certain way. What if the participants that we want to recruit don't show up to the focus group? They came last time, they did the survey, but now that we want to do qual, they're not there. And how do we turn this around quickly? We all have really, really tight deadlines for ad testing. iTrax Fusion allows researchers to transition between immersive quantitative feedback sessions with up to 50 participants, immediately followed by more intimate video focus groups to dig in deeper. And the participants for these focus groups are selected right after the survey finishes, based on their demographics or on responses to the quantitative portion. It's up to you. So client observers are active participants in the process. They're observing real-time visualizations of the quantitative results as they happen. So you can see that on the graph there. You are comparing, which stimuli people like the best. And you can get live comparisons of data between different sessions if you're running more than one of these groups, or between different versions of creative or both. Following the quant phase, moderators and observers review participant responses, and then they identify the individuals best suited for the in-depth discussions, so who they want to bring back for the focus group. After those participants are chosen, they are then brought back from the virtual waiting room where they were waiting while the observers and stakeholders had this discussion. And then they immediately begin the qualitative discussion. So they've never left the real-time platform. They're not going anywhere. You know they're going to be there when you bring them back, and you know that they're going to be as engaged as they were while they were doing that quant portion. So now that we've effectively segued from quant to qual, how do we ensure that the qual portion of our ad test accurately captures the nuance of human emotional reaction? Traditional methods often rely on post-viewing feedback. And this can be vague or it can be heavily influenced by hindsight. So we'll have people watch the ad and then ask them questions like, how do you feel about the ad? What did it remind you of? How likely are you to remember this ad? And participants do their best to answer, but they are limited by the constraints of human memory. So they might be able to tell you whether they liked it or not, but they can't tell you exactly where you lost them, or the exact second that either turned them into a new customer for life or made them decide to never buy from you again. And iTrack's virtual dial tester changes this by capturing live emotional reactions second by second. And you can use it during any focus group in iTrack's real time. So I'll show you how it works. So here, the moderator is showing the ad. And as the participants watch this ad, they are clicking buttons that are labeled from -5 to +5. And they're expressing how they feel the entire time that they're watching the ad. So from super negative to super positive and everything in between. While this is happening, the observers are watching it in real time, and they're getting an overlay of both the average response, which is that dotted line there, and the individual emotional responses, which are those dots that are labeled with the names. And the responses are overlaid on top of the video that the participants are watching, so you can see exactly what they're reacting to. So as those responses come in on the right, those are the newest responses. And what's going on in the background is what's happening while those participants are indicating those responses. So now you can tell exactly where it is that the viewers felt connected or disengaged, and you can take that guesswork out of understanding your ad's impact. From there, you can refine your ad more efficiently and just focus on the moments that need adjustment. So, for example, in this instance, let's say Rachel comes back at the end and she's like, yeah, I like this ad. You can see from her responses that she did, for the most part, like the ad, but she did really dislike this one part. So you can see here, her values take a big dip, and you can see what's going on at that time. It's this part that says skip the green beans with the guy in the Santa hat. And then after she pressed that button, she went back to generally enjoying the ad. So you can see she was like, yeah, this is okay. Ooh, hate this green beans part. And then she goes up to really enjoying the ad again and finishes it. So just hearing that she liked the ad doesn't tell the whole story. Maybe you want to dive into why she hated that particular part of the ad so much. And you can do that in the focus group discussion that follows. So in the focus group discussion, again, stakeholder observers are all seeing this in real time, and they're able to communicate with each other and with the moderator. So they can ask questions or indicate what they want some further probing on. Say, make sure you ask Rachel about that part with the green beans and why she disliked it so much, or ask other people about that too. Anything that they want to get some further insight on while they're watching that group. So after the qualitative phase, we can then use the AI analysis assistant to dig deeper into participant feedback quickly. And here is how that works. So the AI analysis assistant analyzes transcripts from the focus group discussions, and it identifies key themes, sentiments, named entities, everything that you see on the right-hand side there. You can then use this data to create data visualizations. You can create sentiment maps from your dial tester questions. And you can even make highlight reels with some help from the AI analysis assistant to find the perfect clips to share with your stakeholders. And you can do this all with as much customization or as automation as you want. But in the end, it is still you making the final decisions, customizing everything, and making sure that it looks how you want it to look. So this isn't going to replace the role of the researcher in the analysis. It's just going to help you skip some of the boring parts so that you can get to the parts that really set you apart as a researcher. So with that, to recap, iTrack's Fusion helps you to seamlessly connect quantitative data to qualitative depth. The virtual dial tester helps you capture precise real-time emotional reactions, identifying the moments that resonate or maybe don't. And then the analysis assistant helps you to uncover the insights that you might have missed while saving you hours and hours of manual analysis. And these innovations are here to make your ad testing process smarter, faster, and more impactful. With that, thanks for taking the time to watch this. I would love to hear your thoughts, answer your questions, or chat about how these tools might fit into your next ad testing project. So you can reach me anytime at communications@itracks.com, or just visit our website, itracks.com, and use the live chat. Someone will be there happy to have a discussion with you. So thank you, and we hope to hear from you soon.